Got it. Got it.
Got it,
Got
got
it.
it, got it. Islam, Islam, Islam. Welcome to another Seven Hill Stars AstroCivics Sunday. And I am I will say. actually, bro, this is hilarious, bro.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yo,
Go ahead.
all rights reserved. Actually, this is gonna be like second grade class here today, where you learn your sight words and capitalization, right? And I'm with my magnificent bros, of course, right? And he is
Man, peaceful greetings. I'm sorry. People greetings. Namaste. It's Islam, regretfully. I'm Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey. Wah. Somebody call the ambulance.
What happened, Brother Hasan? Has somebody been insulting you?
Yeah, somebody's been insulting me. Wah.
Man, that shit is wild.
Yo, I promise you, it is the funniest thing ever, right? To actually have these people be so mad and upset. I mean, like, come on, guys. Like, when are you going to stop bitching and fucking moaning? Like, so many people want to be Indian and Native American, and we're Black and Indigenous. You're idiots. Not because I say so. And guess what? The way I'm saying it, you're like, oh, you're being insulting. You're trying to arrogantly triumph over us and leap upon us. That's what insult, denotes. I and Brother R just went to the etymology real quick because Brother R was like, yo, let's look up the etymology of insult. I'm just like, yes, let's do that because I'm with the shits. Seriously, right? So I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's knock it out, right? So let's really have some fun here, guys, right? Because I think we have some fun to have. What do you say, Brother R? I'm not about to start being verbose, bro, but I do got the document up where we left off at last Sunday. You know what I mean? Because, we got invited to a group, right? And Tuesday will be on office hours with Dr. G. That's what it's looking like. So far, so good. I still got to send her a brief bio. I'm going to keep it short. I'm just going to let her know who Seven Hill Star is, who Mother Malika is, and things like that, or whatever, as far as the jurisprudence gem is concerned. Keep it real short, real brief, because I'd much rather our demonstration showing what we actually can go and research and show be paramount, because sometimes people just think, oh, if we link up in the physical and be around each other, no, you vampire, I don't want to be around you, especially if you can't think, with these concepts appropriately. Why the fuck would I tie my energy up with yours? I don't want to be vamped by you. Especially if you are just Moorish conscious and you're not really, well, I nationalized already and I got a dollarium. Nobody cares about your fiat currency. Nobody cares about, let me dig in the earth and take some metal ore and fashion it into a coin. And here, can I exchange this? How about we stop doing that? You know what I mean? Or you can have a case-by-case basis for mediums pertaining to exchange instead of promoting it like it's the next best fiat to have in your pocket, when really all that shit is bullshit. Even when we, through other channels accept eleemosynary tuition via Cash App. Do you think we think for 1 second that we're bowling? No. You're respecting our energy and you're exchanging your energy for our exchange pertaining to energy in a certain fashion or form that we may accept from time to time, whether it be a silver dime for each one note or via Cash App. That's fine. Other than that, we kind of don't give a fuck about you and your situation. Why are they saying it like that? These brothers are insulting and they're mean. No, you're an idiot who hasn't studied yet. If you studied well enough, you'll be like, thank you, Brother Hasan and Brother Ara and all the other brothers at Seven Hill Star Astrology Firm. You guys really love us and care for us. You share Prophet Noble Drew Ali University freely. You made sure we had a Quran and a 101 that we could print out ourselves. You didn't ask us for anything. Right. And you didn't offer that piece of shit dollarium either. Okay, so stop it. I don't want to hear about your fiat currency. So get out of here. All right. If you're not offering whatever, in bringing something to the table, stop crying in that Telegram group for House of Reawakening Minds.
And he who uses sincere, true, faithful Moors as a stepping stone will lose their feet. Their whole feet are going to come from under them. Not the rug, their feet. They're
Yeah,
gonna land on their ankles.
A lot of these mothers, and respectfully, that's why you guys are having crybaby children around you. This is why, you know, your children aren't going to probably respect you, because you're going around saying that Prophet Noble Drew Ali is a stepping stone. And you believe the way you want to believe. Like, this is about knowledge. We're not here to babysit you, like Brother Taj would say. Like, so stop every other Friday when Brother Taj teaches a class. Stop kissing his ass in the chat. I be watching the chat every Friday that Brother Taj teaches. Like, damn, look at these ass kissing ass idiots. They don't mean what they're saying. Because then when I go to House of Reawakening Minds Telegram group, and I just share truth all the time. I share it. And that's what we do. The truth is stern. It doesn't change nor pass away. So when we're sharing it to you guys and for you guys, you look actually worse than people who have not declared and proclaimed their nationality. You're saying you're Moorish American. And 9 times out of 10, when you say stuff, when you type it, you text it, and then when nobody immediately agrees with you, you want to say that I'm the one attacking you through the 7 Hill Star astrology firm Telegram handle. Like, are you serious? Look, why don't you just recognize that you have a problem with truth? You probably have a problem with men, probably not even with a consort. You're probably a lonely old bat or sister who just can't get right. Maybe you're not that attractive. So you're trying to find other ways to compensate for your unattractiveness, or for you just being a flurge. A flurge means someone who gives someone a flaccid urge. Flaccidity is the opposite of an erection. So if you have a face that makes people urgently want to have a limp penis, it's okay. It's all right. You know how you can fix that and be much more attractive is if you actually read this truth, study it, and stop playing victim. Nobody cares about you guys playing. Nobody cares about you playing victim. All righty. So we're going to continue on our lesson. I'm open for correction, Brother R. Brother R.
I just wanted to add.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. They're gonna, anybody talking like that, they're gonna fall on their own sword. That's obvious. That's been demonstrated just throughout history. Just looking at what these dirty Moors have said and done and where they're at now. But I wanted to bring up, since you brought up Taj, Taj saying, he always says, we're not here to babysit you. Another thing Taj always says is the Etimon degrees is third grade grammar, right? It's a 3rd grade degree. Well, a 2nd grade degree that we see people who are claiming to be consulating it or whatever they want to call it these days.
Washitaing it. I'm Washita, and I'm Blackfoot and Cherokee. And you're all set. You sound like gang members. Shut up. Instead of Ali had claimed some, or even mentioned that he has descendants that may have had tribal attachments. Let me say it like that. Tribal attachments. Mm-hmm. He still said you're Moorish American.
He still said he was Moorish American.
Come on, man. Like, why can't you guys just get with it and stop looking at it like a belief pocket group or a little system of people that's just a group of belief? It has nothing to do with belief. Moorish Americans run the planet, provided you're competent. All you other beings, I'm Washita, I'm Cherokee, I'm Blood, I'm Crip Moor, and all this. You sound like, and are, due to your speech, idiots. Don't be mad at me because I'm the one telling the truth. Don't be mad at Brother R because he's telling the truth. Yeah, the truth. I yield, Brother R.
The truth is that they're clinging. They're doing that clingy thing that they do. They're clinging to the names and principles that allude to slavery. So it's like you coming out saying, "Oh, the real Indians are the black people." What are you saying? Like, what? Both of those are not good titles, because both of those are subject to a de facto, corporate jurisdiction that's whooping their ass every day, like just whooping them. Like, these people out here exhausted, out here fighting each other in traffic, quote unquote traffic, right? In the middle of the street, these people be having road rage, hopping out the car, beating each other up. Just their families are getting destroyed because they gotta be wards of the state. They gotta worry. You gotta always have the worry on your mind and your heart of having to know where you're gonna come up with Federal Reserve notes to keep a roof over your head, to keep to be able to use your land conveyance on the road freely without being accosted and extorted, and you're gonna be constantly worrying about. You're always gonna have. You got like this like the state is on your back. You know what I mean? Like the de facto corporate state is just on your back all the time. Like you don't know. It's like you're 50 years old, but your mom and dad is still like, trying to wipe your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like at a certain point, you gotta wipe your own. You gotta do things for yourself. You gotta govern your own affairs, your own mind, govern your own mental, your own mint, government. You see what I'm saying? So
yes.
I was bringing up the point of Taj always talking about the third grade degree. Well, did you know that a second grader is taught sight words and capitalization? So there's no reason you should be following any Moorish American, anyone. And I'm not knocking anyone who wants to teach, but when they're deviously giving you information that is taking, like, if Taj says there's enough information on a drive to make you a scholar, why would he then support something where they're teaching you how to write in all lowercase letters when you learn capitalization in the second grade? Like, that's incompetent.
Jesus, Bruce Lee Christ.
And I don't want to hear none of that shit about, oh, well, we can counter them if we just write it all. You're not countering anything except your own intelligence. Your counterintelligence is what you are. You know what I'm saying? They done turned yourself into counterintelligence. And that's why the prophet says study yourselves. Because it's emotion and feelings cause disease. And these people are drunk with the isms and the emotions and their feelings. They're drunk off that.
That is muy correcto. Like I want to share the screen and just be like, look, man, I know because I get it. Tuesday, the Seven Hill Star Astrology Firm, along with Mother Malika from the Jurisprudence Gym, we're going to be able to present on the podcast, the live stream podcast via YouTube, I think, Office Hours with Dr. G, unless it's on some other platform, which we're going to make sure you guys have the link to it. I'll send it out however it needs to be sent out. However, sometimes I just want to go to this House of Reawakening Minds broadcast notification to just show you guys like the way that the people speak in this group. And once I share it, you'll see the green is me, right? And then all the white is people that are responding. And you're going to see that some of the responses are going to be, people that they're just defending their incompetence. They're clearly defending their incompetence. And they much rather look at Prophet Noble Drew Ali like a stepping stone, or we get what he was doing, but see, that was long ago, brother. And now times have changed. Like, okay. Y'all have no idea that this is a divine and national movement. So I guess what that says to me is that you would much rather just be fucked in life. You want to learn the hard way. And at the end of the day, those that are with Prophet Noble Drew Ali 2,000 years ago are with Prophet Noble Drew Ali today. Those that are against Prophet Noble Drew Ali 2,000 years ago are against Prophet Noble Drew Ali today. Guys, masterminds trace themselves through time. So with that being said, when we actually know that we're for sure those beings that are with the energy that is here for the redemption pertaining to our minds, then you don't sit here and talk about, oh, we got a Native American Indian guy who has 100,000 acres of land. And like, you're an idiot. You and this being who thinks they're going to talk about them being Indian and having land since the 1700s. You're an idiot. Oh, well, we're Washita people. Like, look, there's no L Bay family. Stop it. There's never been any L. It's either L or Bay. Period. When you're here in the Northern Hemisphere, learn the instructions. Look at the instructions are for those that are ignorant. All righty. Whereas the same information can be used for those that are wise. It can be used for their improvement. That's what we're here for. Stop being offended. I'm not going to say it the way you want to hear it. I'm not here for you to like. It's not what I'm here for. You see what I'm saying? I have my loved ones. I have my beloved mother, mistress, consort. Not interested in none of you mothers. And for you brothers, you better stop dumb shit. Just like, please. Come on, man. Let's stop it. All right. So I think we spent enough in that monologue. However, bro, you let me know. We ready to move on to this document?
Yeah, let's go to the jump drive.
All right.
Let's get it jumping. Let's get it jumping.
Let's get it jumping in the jump drive, right? So let me make sure multiple participants can share, right? And so what I'm going to do, I didn't even shave for this one. I was like, man, fuck it, let's just go hard. I don't even care, bro. You know what I mean? I gotta retwist my son's hair and everything anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? Unless my baby, she back there already doing it. But I was like, yeah, we'll be complete by like 4:30 Eastern, right? So with that being said, right, that means I got 27 minutes for us to do this. But I want to go on the reflection portion. So that's what I'm going to speak on. I'm going to recap with the reflection where Brother Ara left off at. So reflection, right? Let me actually zoom in also, right? Because Brother Ara is actually going to start right at the paragraphs after this pertaining to the Holy Koran, right? And just read. But I just want to make sure that you guys are comprehending this portion right here on reflection, all right? So let me zoom in just a little more. I want to really bring it in there. Bring it in, all righty. So let's just really bring it in, right? And just center this thingy on right here. And I want you guys to be clear on this. Reflection, all righty? It is an established fact that philosophically and culturally, and in accord with Moorish culture, not Washita culture, not Cherokee culture, not Kitawa, not Rena P culture. We get it. We had loved ones in the past that were idiots and fighting each other. It's a family feud. So now you guys want to play tribal gang family name games.
Right.
We don't care about that shit. That's not the improvement. All righty. Okay. In accord with Moorish culture, that reflection, quote unquote, is the business pertaining to mind, because man is mind, exclamation point. Since reflection, quote unquote, is the business pertaining to mind, because of prepositionally for me is saying pertaining to. Let us reflect upon a poignant and awakening excerpt, all right, as taken from chapter 1 pertaining to the Holy Koran, circle 7, as it's called, quote unquote, even though it's dealing with the cycles, because how many days are in a week? How many days are in a month? How many days are in a year? And the answer would be 7. That's it. No, it's 30 days in a month, 365 and 1/4 days in a year. Okay, cool. Name the 8th day. That's what I thought. So it's 7 days, all right, pertaining to the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, Space, Moorish Science Temple of America. This divine truth excerpt will assist us in keeping, not maybe holding on to at times, keeping our focused perspectives in check and in synchronicity with reality, not your delirium having beliefs. Not your, I'm with the Diglett looking Richies. And no. Screw your Sharon Tracy Gale Bays and your like the Jerry Bays or Richie, whatever type of Richie she is, and her brother too. You know, you guys aren't really even wearing your turbans or fezzes, and when you wear your turbans, sisters, they're not even wrapped properly. So I get it. I get it when you're just not attractive to yourself when you look in the mirror. So you're not going to be attractive in your thinking to yourself either. It's okay. I'm not being insulting. I'm telling the truth. So you
that's all tied to what I was telling you about that 16-minute video with Brother Eli Tom, like the way you what was the word? It was like self perception or something like that. Like all of that is tied to the way they're eating and the way that they, the way that they're basically just corrupting themselves. You know what I mean? All the corruption within their being has altered them to think a certain way. And it's like, the more you go against what's natural, the more you become unnatural and hate on yourself, no matter what you try to express outwardly, trying to cover it up. Like it could be seen. It could still be seen.
But hold on, Brother Ara. Brother Taj says, he says Sister Light and Sister Sharon and all that stuff. Brother Taj is going to allow you guys to work the dirtiness out of you. You got a little bit of the truth, that's cool. You can run with it. And then as you run into other sincere scholars, that's where it's going to get worked out at. Why? Because we're not going to allow you to just keep going around with your stupidity. Because I'm going to be the type to be like, okay, we're going to make sure I and my loved ones and anyone else who says that they subscribe to what you're saying until you prove that you're competent, we're going to tell them to stay the fuck away from you. I don't care what you think, because you're not reflecting. You're not keeping a focused perspective in check, in synchronicity with reality. And the
because what happens is they try to blend the false teachings with the truthful teachings.
Correct.
That's got to stop, because what it's doing is stagnating the movement. It's stagnating the collective.
Correct. And again, this divine truth excerpt will assist us in keeping our focused perspectives in check and in synchronicity with reality and the proven truths, right? In regard to our human family, right? The sentient beings, all right? Development and evolution. We can also look at and examine our conduct and tendencies from both abstract and physical views. These observatory methods can be achieved by the studied applications pertaining to the ancient Moorish culture sciences pertaining to astrology and the alchemic associated knowledge about earth, salt, silica, water, and phosphates, etc. Don't stop. So you guys got to stop being envious and jealous of us. All right. You guys got to stop it. More scientists know that these elements are used in the nature operations pertaining to the wombs, pertaining to womb man. So the wombs of woman, right? Yeah. So that's why I ask you mothers in that House of Reawakening Minds Telegram group, are you guys allergic to Prophet Noble Drew Ali? What is it about you that wants to, I just gonna wear my turban any kind of way and wear spaghetti straps like that Amina character? I reached out because, I was like, okay, she was made a suggestion to reach out to, so I reached out to her. And when I realized she took Prophet Noble Drew Ali as a stepping stone, I said, oh, no wonder you're getting your glass broken, your land conveyance, and pulled out of the land conveyance and held for a month. You're in total breach and disrespect pertaining to the foundation. And then you guys wonder why your fall of the Moriscos, falsely termed rise of the Moors. Why did they have to be? Because they are being rude to the foundation. Now they're telling you to prostrate and get on your knees and get a prayer rug and be Aladdin and shit. Prostrating 5 times a day. Oh, hold on, brother. We have Bill of Right 1 for our free religion and exercise thereof. When you come to more science, how dare you go backwards? Hold on, let me say it like C. Freeman L. They walk right past that man.
They don't want Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
They want too busy looking for Jesus.
they don't want the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. They want Prince Ali. Prince Ali.
Yo, what I mean? Come on, guys. I'm gonna speak it straight up. Why are you mad? Hasan he's mean. I'm gonna tell Dr. Naila that I didn't take any finances from you. I freely invited you to our Prophet Noble Drew Ali University with tons of books. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna say? Oh, Hasan just doesn't say it in a way that we can accept. Like Malika said, that's why I'll be putting Malika's comment from that last YouTube video on Friday. Call the wambulance, because that's what you guys are doing. What you say, bro?
I was gonna say, well, I should have put the disclaimer out at the beginning. If you have sensitive ears, you might want to put the wambulance on speed dial. You know what I'm saying?
How dare you insult us, brother? Yo, what the fuck are these? It's really something. That's how you know it's something wrong with those mothers and the generations that came from her womb. Because if they don't get it right, that means you guys are out here still wearing masks, probably got nanobots injected in you. And you're really talking about, we're taking time to learn about really where we came from, brother. Stop being so harsh. Do you guys know what time it is? It's past midnight.
Man. It's not like the boat just left the dock. Like you can't even see the boat no more. Matter of fact, the motherfucking water is evaporated from where the boat took off from. Like the landscape changed. You so far in the game now that the landscape changed. Civilization migrated from the area where the boat took off from. Your ass is talking about I'm just gonna go learn from this sellout because he knows how to talk to me.
He knows how to whisper these sweet nothings in my ear.
The one you want to call the oppressor, the white man, or whatever you want to call who you think your enemy is, when your only enemy is your lower self at the end of the day. But you want to keep getting your ass whooped by your lower self and then running to those who don't give a damn about you and allowing them to comfort you because they're whispering sweet nothings in your ear, and that's how you like to hear it. So then you end up at the dock. Then you end up at the dock with a dry desert and shit.
Flat out. All right. So where are we, man? So we know how to use this when it comes to the womb of woman, and designed by nature's God and nature's law, committed to build our physical bodies. All righty. From a matter of fact perspective, we can also make interrelations and component observations. All righty. Or choose to take on a general logistic perspective for applying critical thinking. We don't, again, it's nothing critical about your Delarium. It's nothing critical about your Washitawness or your Cherokee-ness or your Chippewa-ness or Sioux or whatever. We get it. The five original, let's be clear about this. The French called it the Iroquois. The people were calling themselves Haudenosaunee. All righty. From those people that termed themselves Cayuga, Onondaga, Seneca, Mohawk, and Oneida. We get it. Okay, cool, great, right. That's just a breadcrumb, hence L and Gret L, so you can get back home. Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought what it takes, and it's just seeming like, wow, you guys are going to be casualties of war. You're going to be around this information. It's going to be freely shared with you, and you're still going to miss the fucking mark.
Noble Drew Ali.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say Noble Drew Ali told you were Moorish Americans. And I was going to say, Noble Drew Ali said that you've been here before the Europeans, all up and down the Mississippi River and all of that. He said you were here, Moors were here on this land before colonization. He said it through his words, through his literature. You'll find things that he has said that tell you for a fact that you've been here, Moroccan Empire, all of that. But he did not tell you were an Indian American. He never said that.
Never, not once.
Never. Or American Indian or Native American. He never said that.
None. Sometimes we'll use, like, say you got a nationality card and it says Native American on it. That's only a hypnosis strategy used for the idiots that are federal agents that can only recognize such, because being Moorish American may be too much for their comprehension because they're, what's the word? Idiots. There you go.
Yeah, and because in actuality, when you hear Moorish American, you should your mind should work the same way. When you hear Indian, you should automatically think, oh, people that's originally from this land. Or when I hear Moorish American, Moorish American, oh yeah, he's Aboriginal indigenous to this land right here. That should already be in your mind when you hear Moorish American. Fuck how they think. You need to express your state of mind so that they know what it is.
Correct, man. We got to share. I'm gonna have to screen share, bro, just to show you guys. This is what's going down in the House of Reawakening Minds Telegram. Like, it's like, look, man, so many people have been invited, but look at the ones that are speaking. Look at me tell the truth and give remedy while other people give their emotions and their feelings. And we just do a video where Brother Taj said 4 years ago, when you come to House of Reawakening Minds, we're not here to babysit you. You're in the wrong place for that. Like, yo, people just be wanting that church shit, yo. That kumbaya, my lord. They want
to sign up for war, but then they're wondering why the corporal's not out there holding their hand and shit on the battlefield. Like, Corporal
Why is
got
the
to go.
corporal not holding our hand?
Yeah, corporal got to go over here and handle this. You know what I mean? Like, get you a little squad and study.
Exactly. Yo, it's funny. Yo, Malika's in the chat, right? She's like, hey, friends-in-law, what's good, Malika? Right? She says, that's the same thing. The new age versions of all creeds, meaning words change, they say. People still out here watching TV, so they don't have time to study nor apply these principles of truth.
Man, can they grasp the principle? First and foremost, can they grasp it? You know what I mean?
Yo, can they grasp the principle? You're exactly correct, bro. That's an excellent fucking question. Can they grasp it? It's like they have no thumbs in the spirit, because the thumb is what allows you to grab things. It's like they're gonna have to try to catch it like this or some shit. I don't know.
Either they got no thumbs or they got 100 thumbs and they can't stop clinging to those names and principles that delude to slavery.
Period. They just like, no, we just want to write in all capital letters or all lowercase letters and start our own nation and tribe, like, and it be the mothers, the sons. I can actually say from my experience, the sons will actually go, whoa, man, hold up, well, show me what you're talking about, because men are different. You know, we're different. And I'm not making this a sexist thing as much as I'm making it my experience thing here. In my experience, the brothers will go, well, let me see what you're talking about. They'll read it, they'll analyze it, and then be like, all right, man, I see exactly what you're saying, but I'm gonna have to work it out, man, so I can get used to rehabilitating my mind and get better. You mothers, though, woo! Wait, you just, what's the word? Arrogant as fuck, because you're just ignorantly ignorant. Like Brother Taj was saying, some people don't even know that they're ignorant. They're ignorantly ignorant. Like, seriously. And you gotta stop getting offended. I'm not here to date you. I don't want your little raggedy ass puss. Get out of my face with that. Go fucking study, get over yourselves, and help us to do more good. Just because I'm saying some choice words that you take like, the brother they said this way, I'm gonna play victim now. Like, you're like a Moorish Karen. Stop it. No one gives a. Phuket, Thailand. You're muted, brother. Then Malika also says, laughing out loud. People put feelings over fact and worry about the delivery over data. That's why I love you guys coming to the George Prudence Gym. I promise you, Malika, I'm gonna say this out loud right now, and I'll probably repeat it again Tuesday when we're live, right? Right after class, because we got class on Tuesday with Malika at the George Prudence Gym, and then we're gonna be with Dr. G, right? Later on that Tuesday, right? And sometimes I invite people to Lawful Living just so Malika can spank their ass. Let them have their little exorcism and baptism. Ooh, this is what's happening. I'm 67. I got more life experience than you. Ooh, I just be looking in the spirit. Let's be waiting for Malika to wind that hand up and be like, where's that ass? There it is. There's that ass. Like, spank it. Like, please. Because when it's a son saying it, it's like, I'm going to say you're being arrogant, mean, and I'm going to get all up in my feelings. But when it's a mother saying it, them motherfuckers get all, it's like, hold on. Do I hear mice pissing on cotton? Where's all that vibrato you had earlier? Oh, I get it. Now you're choosing to shut the fuck up. All right. However, anyway, she also says, charge anything at all for it and people will suddenly see value. Charge a lot for it and it must be gospel. Laughing out loud. Try it.
Bro, that's what I was going to say, because that's what I'm realizing. Like, maybe it's because we don't charge people for this, that they feel like is not important information. Like, in their mind, a fiat exchange value or whatever, I don't even want to call it value, you know what I mean? But some type of denomination for the information makes it official in their mind. Like, oh, they're charging this much, so it's gotta be real. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't real, then they'll probably just give it out for free. Like, obviously, they're not gonna give good information, to just anyone. So this gotta be. Let's go give these guys 3,000 notes, and fuck these guys over here. They don't know what they're talking about because they're not charging. That shit is wild.
It's funny, Malika says that she says, quote unquote, pre-American. And even that is still more direct and correct than calling yourself Washita, Chippewa, Cherokee, Navajo. Stop it. You see what I'm saying?
You're not Washita. You just need to wash it off. You need to wash all the colonial mindset off. You need to wash it off.
Yeah, wash it off. Because actually, Moorish Americans are pre-American. But again, question number 14 in the 101 questions for Moorish Americans. Why are we Moorish American? And again, this is something that leads you back to the ancient mindsets pertaining to your ancient foremothers and forefathers. So guys, even though I know I'm Moorish American, you know what I'll really say? If somebody asks me, well, where are you from? I'll be like, my mother's vagina. Next question. Right. Is there some statutes pertaining to my mom's vagina that I'm not knowing about? Yeah, and how do you have a contract, the oath of office, and a certified statement to my mother's vagina? Like, are you performing functions of vaginal office? Yeah, okay, shut the fuck up. Like,
yeah, am I it's like for the mothers could ask, am I manifesting little baby agents or something? You know what I mean? Like, basically, little baby federal workers.
And seriously, and then to add to the whole, like with sons, I really get it. Like Malika's saying here in the chat, she's like, that's why it's always mostly men in study groups with me. Keith, Bobby, Richmond, Trading Brigade. I'll add McRail to that. You see what I'm saying? Who else is usually Joe? You see what I'm saying? You know, when we're there, bro, like they actually bring something to the table for us to go and study. We share it amongst ourselves when different people study. However, we go amongst our own Moorish community and we're still dealing with dogma belief systems remixed.
What I'm trying to figure out is how come like certain, like how come they don't grasp certain principles? Because even at the jurisprudence gym, I hear people who like often ask questions in multiple classes, and they don't seem to grasp certain concepts. Like they got to keep going over, keep telling them, got to keep telling you something for you to realize it. It's like, where's the disconnection happening where something that has to be told to you 10 times? Like, there's got to be something in your being, a energy blockage within you. You got to work on yourself or something.
Eventually, though, we've witnessed, and we won't say any appellations, but there in the jurisprudence gym, eventually people will break down, cry, and next thing you know, they get it. They see the error of their ways because there's a whole community that's actually pushing towards the same goal, and that's these people aren't supposed to be fucking talking to you. You need to know where the fuck you stand in all of this, no matter whether you're a Hebrew Israelite, Moorish American, Christian, you're a fucking Buddhist. None of that fucking matters. You can do all of that to yourselves. However, we know in our Moorish community that we comprehend how the so-called government, as people see it, is actually our fucking responsibility. Especially you're going to have on these fezzes. You're going to have on these fezzes, guess what? You have to direct these people. No, not everybody's going to put on the fez a turban. Cool, we get that. However, some, and it's a shame because there are some Albion sons out there, again, shout out to Keith and Bobby, that are enforcing the Constitution way better than a lot of Moorish Americans that supposedly have on turbans and fezzes. Some people, turbans, Moors that have on turbans, or Moors that have on fezzes. We already know if you're wearing a turban and a fez together, you're probably 9 times out of 10 selling people back into slavery because you can't follow instruction. It shows in your headwear.
Yeah, some people got the fez in the spirit and don't even know it.
Correct.
The spiritual fez on.
Like even when my beloved mother, Mistress Consort, like when we watched the video of Keith, and she's like, "Hey, that's Keith. He look like one of us." It's because he's got that Moorish mark and Moorish spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like he sounds like us. Even if he's not, even if he said in one video his nationality is German or whatever. Cool, great, whatever. That's all good. What I'm looking at is the spirit behind the words that's producing what's being said. All righty. And what I recognize, and this has to be said. So I don't care about you people. You're being fucking crybabies about, oh, he's talking about our platforms that we're supposed to have amongst ourselves outside of the public. You're tainting the fucking, group in the background. It's tainted because you're tainting it with your Washita-ness. You're tainting it with your Native American Indian bullshit. And then when I go and ask you guys to go look at 25 United States Code 5304 and prove to you that so-called Native American Indians are Federal Reservation agents, because they're on reservations. They're on reservations. They're federally reserved. They have a collective bargaining agreement to sell out their loved ones. And then you guys are sitting here clinging not only to the names that delude the slavery, but clinging to those names to the people that helped the slavery. Are you fucking kidding me? You should be ashamed of yourself.
Right. That's like Michael Jackson telling they changed everything in the history books. And then right next to him is motherfucking Al Sharpton, just standing next to him while he's delivering his speech, his liberating speech. Al Sharpton standing right next to him. Like, you don't realize that, you know, you're rocking with the sellouts. You don't see, is it what's it called? Dr. Shiva calls it the not so obvious establishment. But it's obvious to us because we have discernment and we study.
Correct.
And you hold people to the principles in the Constitution. If they're claiming they're an agent, they work for anyone regarding the government, any type of politician. You hold them to the principles in the Constitution. That will show you. That will show you if they're solid, if they're really for the people.
Jesus, Bruce Lee, Christ. Yo, all right, look, we're not ragging on people. What we're doing is we're speaking to a lower self spirit that immediately wants to play victim and then say that I'm going to speak about me first because I'm the one typing in these Telegram groups under the handle 7 Heel Star Astrology Firm. That's Brother Hasan, all righty? And when I type these truths to you guys, or give my perspective pertaining to that is based in something that you can go, you don't even have, I don't debate. You know how much I don't debate? I do not at all debate. If I do debate, it'll be my equals. It'll be somebody like, you know, like Brother R, Brother Corey, you know, Brother Sean, Brother Terrell. I consider Malika to be an equal because we're all there. I'll even debate with Keith and Bobby. You see what I'm saying? And because at least we are at a level in our thinking that is in harmony with what Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought. There were Albions back in Prophet Noble Drew Ali time supporting the Moor Science Temple of America.
Yeah, that's another thing. Okay, so real spirituality is really science. And Noble Drew Ali set up the divine and national movement. That divine is scientific.
So that's Albions are Moors too. You come to that, you come to that vagina, you're a Moor.
You're like Ellie Tom said, your body is the greatest laboratory. Why aren't you in the lab studying? Why aren't you studying yourselves? Like Noble Drew Ali said, study yourselves.
A lot of things. See, and that's what we're good at. We're good at, even if people don't openly say they're Moorish American like we do, we can recognize the principles in their presentation, whether it's verbal, video, or audio. We can actually pick up on it and find the universal principle connection in things that were delivered to us and divinely prepared over 100 years ago by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So this isn't some worship the prophet. This isn't idolizing him. However, it's been the mothers the most, like that Amina thing that, you know, was held for a month, and, you know, oh, they broke a glass of her window and poured her out a land conveyance because she doesn't look the part. She's overweight. I know. Oh, stop talking about this. No, I guys, if you're really on top of this, if you're really doing what needs to be done, you'll be disciplining yourself a certain way. You won't look like you have a couple of rings around your neck, like you don't miss a chicken breast. All righty. And I'm not being mean. You'll have your turban wrapped right and appropriately. Not because this is, oh, control people. Yeah, man, I love it when the mothers go, you have a control issue. You know that this was just a typing in a group, and you've allowed your own mind to put yourself under the hypnosis that you're being attacked, and who's typing this to you is now being seen in your perspective as having control issues. You're telling on yourself. You don't get it, that you guys don't really get it, that you tell on yourself when you talk like that and type and you're publishing. These are things that can be screenshot or screen recorded and we can show later, like I'm gonna do now. Once we go through this, and I'm just gonna scroll through it. Let's look at House of Reawakening Minds, you know what I mean, chat on the Telegram, and let's just look. I guarantee you, if I was to go to the Lawful Living Telegram chat, you'll see way more competence than you.
No, that's why I said.
Everybody,
that's why I said who posted that. That's why I said, because we were looking at the House of Reawakening Minds Telegram, and then all of a sudden he shows something that, and I was like, yo, who posted that? And then he goes to bring it up, and I'm like, oh, that's lawful living
Of
Telegram.
course it's
No wonder,
lawful
because
living.
I didn't see nothing like that, because the shit that was being exposed in the lawful living Telegram was some of the shit that these motherfuckers are trying to do in the House of Reawakening thing. And that's not to knock anybody's platform or any being in particular. It's just the
Correct.
fact that a lot of these carrots was thrown out here, like UCC file, UCC 1, authenticate your birth certificate, write in all lowercase, do this, do that. And these things are actually traps. Like, they're setting you up so they know if any being comes speaking like this, whoop their ass, because they don't know what's going on. Just whoop their ass, because they don't know what's going on, and they're not gonna be able to. They're not gonna do shit anyways. They can't do shit. Just whoop their ass. You know what I mean?
Here, I mean, that's what. Okay, I guarantee, if you go to any other so-called spiritual or divine and national group, let's take the ones who are plainly robbing you of your birthright and acting like your landlords, the Ashkenazi / Khazarians, falsely termed Jews, those that wear yarmulkes, alrighty? They are exercising your birthright, you Moorish Americans, and are doing it in a way where you cannot penetrate what it is that they're doing, because they actually have their mufti in order. Near the Baltimore Corporation, they have something called NWCP, which is the Northwest Citizens Patrol. You're gonna hardly see the police in their neighborhoods, because the Northwest Citizens Patrol will get with you before anyone else.
In actuality, you shouldn't see the police there unless it's federally owned. But I'm pretty sure they're
There
all
you
playing.
go.
But I'm pretty sure they're all playing Monopoly. So technically, you know what I mean, they would be able to, exercise. Oh, another thing is, I don't know if we're gonna show it today. I have a document. I hope the brother doesn't mind. It's from Brother Roy L. I actually blurred out anything personal in there, even the case number and stuff. But maybe I'll share it to you and you can show it later, because what it is an appeals court saying they don't have jurisdiction, and which doesn't matter why. The whole point of me wanting to show this document is that to show you what the court does when they don't have jurisdiction. Let me show you, because I heard some dumb shit. I forgot where I heard it at, but I just remember hearing this dumb shit. Somebody said, well, if the judge doesn't have jurisdiction, how are they going to dismiss the case? And I'm like, well, what do you mean? That's the only thing they can do. So just to show the people an actual document from an actual case, right, where to show you what the court does when they don't have jurisdiction. And if the court can identify that they don't have jurisdiction based on whatever set standard, why can't they identify it in another situation? And if we know that the court is supposed to dismiss the case when they don't have jurisdiction, then why aren't more people learning about jurisdiction? What gives them jurisdiction, right? What they have jurisdiction over, the types of beings, the type of lands, and the type of subject matter, territorial subject matter, persona.
Because they're looking for someone else to be the judge instead of them being mufti, which is a Mohammedan judge. And then you got some people who are out here calling themselves judge, but they're calling themselves the slave name, contracting business in names that are not their own, right? But they're calling themselves judge or something. Guys, you're idiots. And just to say very briefly, look, Malika says this is marketing 101, right? She says she made plenty bags teaching and applying all that, giving away free stuff, but always have a entry slash mid slash big ticket level for people to quote unquote pay into to connect the dot to quote unquote value, exclamation point. So you guys are getting played by these people talking about you can get this silver and all this other stuff. Why keep digging into the earth for things when all you have to do is plant seed? There's been enough manufacturing going on the planet and enough people that know how to fix things, and enough tools out here. Why are you guys still seeking to do things that way when we can just automate everything and have everything for everyone what they need without communism, without capitalism, without socialism? Stop isming it. All righty. She also says, Jesus, Bruce Lee, Christos. And she said, people don't want to take self-control by by disciplining their minds and mouths, exclamation points. So what they much rather do is feel about things, right? However, look, guys,
Yes.
go ahead. What you about to say?
Yes, because remember, the emotions and the feelings cause disease. It's your emotions and your feelings why you can't stop consuming the things that are harming you, or like consuming the information that's harming you, because you're attached with a feeling or an emotion. And maybe it's your emotion, the reason why you're getting all hyped up and can't get this plain truth. Somebody trying to give you a key, you know what I mean? Give you some type of information that's gonna assist you in your journey towards liberating yourself mentally, right? And or any other on any other level. I sent you that, by the way, if you want to pull it up real quick, because
cool.
I know
Where is it? Where did you send it to?
I sent it to you directly on Instagram.
All right. I'll bring that up. So what we'll be doing is recognizing that reflection from a philosophical view. I'm gonna read this and we'll bring that up. And then Brother R would be starting from the Holy Quran portion, or maybe that'll be the end after we do that one document. And we'll do a part 3 to go into the Holy Quran portion, because I wanted to do this reflection portion just so that I just thought the reflection portion, once we had did what we did, and I remembered this part, I said, bro, I think this is what we really need to hit on.
And that's what we're doing. And that's what we're doing right now when we're telling people about themselves. Based on our experiences and our observations with the level of intellect that we have and what we've been able to exercise, like, bro, we have all type of victories. People say, oh, that Moor stuff don't work. It's not something to work. You don't tell Cuban that Cuban stuff don't work. What are you talking about? That's what do you mean? That doesn't even, that Chinese stuff don't work. What? So because you think that Chinese stuff don't work, this guy's supposed to stop calling himself Chinese? Supposed to stop being Chinese?
Like, Jesus, come on, Bruce Lee Christ.
Crazy, bro. So this reflection portion was good, because yeah, this ties in with the whole reflection thing.
Yeah, I mean, even if we don't get to the Holy Quran portion, but we're going to lead up to it. I mean, we'll just come to it. We'll do a part 3, because this is important. This is the consular restoration questions, not so that you can have a consular general who gets pinned against guardrails by 10 brown shirts, or have somebody dress up in so-called military uniform and then have you out on 95 North holding a flag. All righty. Recognizing that reflection, quote unquote, from a philosophical view, has always been a vital aspect pertaining to Moorish cosmology, space, religious culture. We shall not hesitate to exercise our senses to do so. Reflection may refer to a thought, to an opinion, to an idea, or to a universal or general and principled maxim. Maxim. Truth is expressed in an affidavit. So that means if I'm writing down the truth, that's always an affidavit, technically speaking, because that's a maxim in law. Truth is expressed in an affidavit. Maxim, upon which we form or have formed conclusions. Such determinations have been, are, or can be achieved by way of earnest meditation or by rational thought. An excerpt from the creation pertaining to fall, the creation and fall of man, presents a cosmological maxim. For our thoughtful and analytical regard. Holy Quran, Circle 7, the creation, fall, the creation and fall of man. So let me actually go to this Instagram first, find what Brother R sent to me. You said you sent it direct, correct? So correct. That's what I'm going to do. Let me go exactly right there, right? And you said you did that. Okay, you redacted some things.
It's the same file. Yeah, I actually sent it twice.
All right, that's cool. So let me actually hit the screen share over here. Let that count down. Stop the one over here, and we'll get into the creation and fall of man there. All righty, so let's just bring this up, right? Boom, shakalaka, TikTok, don't stop it. And again, this is for those that are in the House of Ram, right? For those that are in the House of Ram right here. Look, man. I mean, you just got capital letters and, this is me laughing at these people comments after a while, because it's just like, look, man, you guys are federal agents. speaking on this stuff. Look, Indians are federal agents, federal reservation agents that made a collective bargaining agreement, 25 USC 5304, right? And so look, Indians are federal agents. When I said that, no, not all of them. Stop it. You just admit it. You just said that I'm correct. Like, are you guys serious? Please stop. And anything you see me actually post in this group for House of Reawakening Minds, guys, I'm telling you, I'm only going to tell you the truth. I'm not looking for you to be upset. I'm not looking for you to like me either. I have a charge. I have a mission. In order to change people, you must change their literature. Period. Right? And some people are saying some competent things, though. Right? Over here, it's not all of them. So I see people are correcting themselves, but then you got some people who just, let's see who's getting offended. Hold on, let's find someone who got offended. Where's that flower of life energy that just always gets offended? Where is it? Hold on, it's coming up. I'm sure it is. There it goes. This is a contract with the de facto pseudo government, US, not like. She's probably in like her 50s or 60s or something, you know what I mean? And you can just tell when people just say certain things like I told you, and I will tell you again, I have no beliefs or emotions, and you have, oh no, that's Aboriginal. I had to laugh at Aboriginal because it's like, look, guys, there's something in your mind that's actually telling you to get offended, right? But Flower of Life says, I work for the nation, and this Douglas O'Donnell is not the owner of IRS. Second, Noble Drew Ali, lowercase letters, claimed Washita, not Cherokee.
No, he didn't. Stop lying. He claimed Moorish American. It's in your 101. What are you talking about? Come on, man. I'm not going to let these people lie on the prophet, bro. Even if he said anything about being tied to a so-called Indian group, when he created the movement, he did not tell people that they were Indian Americans. Like, that never happened.
Why? Just why? Why? Please, somebody help me in. Oh, baby, tell me why.
These sentences don't even make sense.
What you say, yo?
The sentence doesn't even make sense. Noble Drew Ali claimed Washita, not Cherokee, that was infiltrated by dirty Moor in the temples. What are you talking about?
Exclamation question mark.
Where? Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm done. I'm out. I'm logging out. They don't know if there's a.
We're not making fun of you guys as much as the incompetence is hilarious. It's the spirit by which you're possessed and the hypnosis that you're under is what's hilarious. It's not you that we're making fun of. It's the spirit by which you are possessed and under the hypnosis of. That is, it is comical. It should have its own Netflix special. Like, I promise you, because I think that's why I'm going to continue looking young, because I laugh so much at people's incompetence after spending 8 years of putting myself through studying every nook and cranny that I possibly can. And guess what? I repeat the study. I don't just stop there. I go over it again and again. And then me and my brothers roll it over in our minds. And then we go amongst the affairs of men and found ourselves in the jurisprudence gym along with Mother Malika and Keith and Bobby and who else did she say? She said Richmond and Trading Brigade and McRail, you know what I'm saying? Just find ourselves there. However, there are other mothers there to help too, like Am Woman. She's very growing and consistent. Some Mother Samaya, she's consistent. Not too many women speaking up. Champ, that's another one who's like, you know what? I'm not going to take this shit. You know, Jacinia, right? That's no, I'm not going to take, but I know you're still going through fucking like things in your head where you're trying to get stronger, right? Right? Your Azas, right? And your Tabithas. Like, these are other women that haven't openly said they're Moorish American. However, they can actually not get caught up in the bullshit that you guys are speaking in this House of Reawakening Minds group. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, for example, okay, we go to the Lawful Living group, right? Look, Malika just put something competent here, I'm pretty sure.
Something
right?
competent.
something competent after I put whatever, right? Right. And even this thing about affidavits, I actually like it. Why? Because we actually comprehend if you are not being who you're supposed to be, according to what Prophet Noble Drew Ali put down, why are you putting in an affidavit? Are you being that which you need to be, that these people in these Masonic lodges actually know? Whoa, hold on. That's a Moorish American for real. Right? Right? Oh, affidavits is 100% hearsay if the sayer does not appear. Right? It's the, I'm not sure what the to Alex, or maybe it's alleged, their statement in live voice or on the record, which means if you write it, you got to come and say it. Unless, this is the whole Moorish American thing, unless you can show in some type of way that you can actually see for yourself and say that this is my court. I'm calling the shots. I'm the mufti. I'm the Mohammedan judge. So even when I put this in this document, I am holding court through the posts, what people call mail. So I can make special appearance that way. However, again, guys, I have keys that are in my mind that you guys may not have. And that's why I'm saying you'll find way, this is what you saw. When you was like, whoa, who posted that?
Yeah.
That's in lawful living. You know, oh, and you was like, oh, okay, because that's what these people in the House of Real Wicked Minds joined this. So it's like, man, I don't know why they don't get it. You said we're not promoting this guy. We're just saying that even in the lawful living group, there are things that are being shared, and then eventually Malika spanks that ass, and then I just sit back and read, and we just laugh at the shit. Like, look at this shit, man. Look at this shit right here. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people do want to play the court game. We Moorish Americans are more like Mike Tyson back in the 90s. You know, you order a $50 pay-per-view and it's over in like the first match. Yeah, we like to knock shit out immediately. However, we don't mind going to the jurisprudence gym to keep exercising our concepts because it's great, it's fun, and we get to share our energy as well as, you know, be absorbing the energy of others that are shared there with us. You see what I'm saying?
Speaking of, speaking of, I got a notice from the power company, but they changed their whole tune. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a disconnection notice anymore, which I found interesting. Like, you guys just sent a disconnection notice 25 days ago. 25 days later, you're just sending a regular notice, and I just thought that was funny.
Hey, we can't. We're running out of energy to keep threatening you, and we see that you actually figured out that we're a fucking fraud trying to charge you as a corporation that's supposed to retail the energy that we're furnishing to you. And the word is furnishing because that's what they say, right? And their tariffs and commission statements and shit, right? We're not your fucking federally contracted, oath-taking, certified statement-making workers within a foreign trade zone on federal land within a federal area or foreign trade zone area. You guys got to get over yourselves that there are people like us that know this shit and are not going to keep taking it. Like, as far as dealing with people who are like, well, you got to do this because everybody does it. Everybody does it? Okay. So this is peer pressure. Well, this is the part where I'm going to just say no to your drugs. Okay. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay. Anyhow, go ahead. I know. Hold on. That's not what we were supposed to share. Hold on 2 seconds. I got you. That document. Give me 2 seconds. Here we go. Boom. Screen. Broadcast. That's coming. And then we can close out with maybe a paragraph from there in Brother Taj's document. And then I got to go assist in retwisting my son's hair. So 2 seconds. Boom shakalaka. Can I... Is that getting closer? Let's see. I can read that somewhat, bro. United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit, right? Molly C. Dwyer is the clerk for the U.S. Court of Appeals, right? This is near the district pertaining to Nevada, Las Vegas, right? And it's someone who's the plaintiff, right? Appellant versus basically the governor, because the state of Nevada would be the freaking governor.
Right.
It's that seat. It's the governor is that guy or woman who sits their hind parts in a seat. That's all that the state is. Everything else is a fucking hypnosis. So when you guys like, I'm in the state of, are you saying you're in the chair where they sit their butt? So are you like booty lamp right now? Like, are you in the butt cheeks, pause, of some governor being? Because that's what you sound like. I'm in the state. You're in the governor.
At his pleasure.
At his pleasure. Yeah, that sounds a little kinky. I'm not with that shit.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? All right. However, before Schrader, right? before Schrader, O'Scanlan, and Forrest circuit judges, a review of the record demonstrates that this court lacks jurisdiction over this appeal because the district court has not issued any orders that are final or appealable in the above referenced district court action. See 28 United States Code subsection 1291, to the extent that the notice of appeal filed in the district court on July whatever date that is and July whatever date that is seek to appeal orders entered in Nevada state court, right? So that's the governor's state court proceedings. This court lacks jurisdiction to review the state court orders. That means they have no delegation of authority to do so. Id, which usually is, id est, that is, or in which. Consequently, this appeal is dismissed for lack of jurisdiction. And then in all capital letters, highlighted in pink, dismissed.
So my point with this, everything that's not even highlighted is of no importance. If you just look at the blue, this court lacks jurisdiction over this appeal, and then it goes, this appeal is dismissed. So what this is proof, them showing you what they're supposed to do when they don't have jurisdiction. So don't let nobody tell you I don't want to use the word jurisdiction because then they'll call me a sovereign citizen. Fuck that. I've seen that there's a list of words that say there's like an article, ways you may know that you're dealing with a sovereign citizen, and it has a list of words that quote unquote sovereign citizen might use, and jurisdiction is one of them. So it's like, damn, everybody in the so-called courts is a sovereign citizen. Judge says jurisdiction every day, I bet. Because they don't want you to comprehend these principles.
That's somebody who wants to violate people's free speech. That's like every time somebody says Moor or Moorish American, well, you know that they are these kind of people that you should frown upon if they say this list of words: prophet, noble, true, Ali, or Moorish American, or declare and proclaim and nationality. Like, stop it.
Yeah,
you're getting your ass kicked out there.
Yeah, they're selecting words from the dictionary. You know what I'm saying? And then just telling you, if you use these words, then you're this. Like, what? I didn't know that words were exclusive to your made-up groups, because, there is no law dictionary that I know of that defines sovereign citizen. So they might start making them now, but as of now, where the hell is that term defined at? What statute defines sovereign citizen? What federal statute defines sovereign citizen? Or is it just the FBI coming up with their own definition? Like, what's going on here?
Or it's that SPLC bullshit that the FBI was like, they're not a credible source, so fuck those guys. That Southern Poverty Law Center.
But then the federal judges will quote them.
Shits. Huh?
Then the so-called federal judges will quote some shit that started from the SPLC. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like,
because they're all part of that what's their little crew called? The Uniform Law Commission.
The Uniform Law Commission, right.
Right. I like to call them the Uniform Law Collusion.
Right, that part. The Uniform Law Criminals.
Period. That's more apropos, because
the unlawful criminals instead of uniform.
There you go. ULC. Unlawful criminals, right? They can no longer be the Uniform Law Commission, because we already know they're not dealing with law.
Right.
But actually, they're using the terms uniform and law as adjectives to what type of commission they are. Those are adjectives. But anyway, bro, I yield the floor to you for a Holy Koran, Circle 7, and I guess we can just get to the first paragraph, and then we'll continue there, where we'll start over with this first paragraph next Sunday, where we'll do AstroCivics Sunday, number 11, Brother Taj Tarik Bey's Jump Drive or Flash Drive, number 3. That'll be part 3. All right, go ahead, bro. I yield the floor to you. Islam.
Yeah, I look forward to every class. Islam. Holy Quran.
Hey, Katrina, peaceful greetings to you also.
Circle 7. Islam to the mother. The creation and fall of man. Perfected man must pass through all the ways of life, and so a carnal was full manifest. a nature that sprang forth from fleshly things. Without a foe, a soldier never knows his strength, and thought must be developed by the exercise of strength.
Jesus.
And so this carnal nature soon became a foe that man must fight, that he might be the strength of Allah made manifest. Let every living thing stand still and hear. Man is the Lord of all the plane of manifest, of protoplast, of mineral, of plant, of beast. But he gave up his birthrights just to gratify his lower self.
He gave up his birthright just to have some delirium. He gave up his birthright just to be called Washita or Cherokee or Chippewa. He gave up his birthright just to be Native American Indian or BIPOC, indigenous people of color.
For a reservation.
Okay. Idiots.
He gave up his rights for a reservation. and not even a reservation.
No running water. Go ahead, I yield.
Islam. But no man will regain his lost estate, his heritage, but he must do it in a conflict that cannot be told in words. Yeah, he must suffer trials and temptations manifold, but let him know that cherubim and seraphim that rule the stations of the sun and spirit of the mighty Allah. And remember, man, because this lesson that I watched is still on my mind, bro. So that's why I'm going to share it with you. Food is not the reason, because the food is another habit that we acquired that is gratifying the lower self. You eat for fun, but then at a certain point, it's like we're not really supposed to be eating every day if we do eat. So that's even another layer of illusion of Maya that we're dealing with. And what I was thinking was right now where it says the cherubim and seraphim that rule the stations of the sun, spirit of the mighty Allah who rule the solar stars, is that the cosmos itself, nature itself, operates with your body. Your biological structure is ran by energy, and it's not food that makes the serotonin or these certain chemical processes that happen within your being happen when the sun sets or when it rises or whatever, when it comes back around. Your body automatically does things based on the celestial bodies. Your sun gets vitamin, or your body gets vitamin from the sun, right? The earth itself gives you antioxidants if you plant your feet. So these things happen without food. So that's just another thing to think about when he talks about, cherubim and seraphim that rule the stations of the sun and the spirit of the mighty Allah who rule the solar stars are his protectors and his guide, and will lead to victory.
Lead, not maybe. So even you beings out there, especially you Moorish Americans, the prophet ain't bring the sun, moon, and stars, Mo. First of all, I don't like that Mo shit. Fuck that Mo shit. All right, I don't fuck with that. It's Moor. Stop. When you shorten the truth, you're a liar. So first of all, it's Moor. Second of all, your Moorish American prayer and chapter 1 mentions by day and by night in the prayer. You're going to need to be able to recognize where the sun is for that one. And then it talks about stations of the sun. Do you know what a sun station is called? It's called a solstice. A sun station is called a solstice, like a winter solstice or a summer solstice. That's a sun station, or a station pertaining to the sun and the spirit pertaining to Almighty Allah. Allah is feminine, first of all. And Allah actually, with the right study, denotes all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac, period. Because that's why most, what the mother flag is? The mother flag is a all red flag with a star and crescent. If you really look at that star and crescent appropriately, the star is actually a baby that is attached to the endometrium, which lines
the uterus,
the uterus actually within the womb of the mother. And that crescent moon is actually the belly pertaining to the mother that is getting larger due to the baby growing inside of it. So that's why it's called the mother flag, if you really can see. But a lot of you have emotions and feelings of, oh, that's not what I believe. Look, whatever. I don't give a shit. What I'm going to actually say to you is, I'm going to share the truth, and you can accept it or reject it all you want. Like Prophet Noble Drew Ali said in the Oral Statements and Prophets, Or statements and prophecies of Noble Drew Ali, El Haj Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali. Number 1, I brought you everything it takes to save a nation. Now take it and save yourself. When Prophet Noble Drew Ali was telling this to the Moors, he was holding up a holy Koran, right? I'm going to say for the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, the Moorish Science Temple of America, and a 101 questionnaire to show the books that we need to save ourselves with. Why do we have a Moorish Science Temple of America as established from the old Canaanite temple, which Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought after we have established a civic organization, the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, and then adopted an affidavit, a religious affidavit? It's so that you can protect your shit, protect yourself, be protected within the confines of Mufti, so that you and your loved ones can be able to study, learn who you are, so that you can stop this human trafficking, making merchandise of one another bullshit on the planet. We are the fucking universal hub of the entire fucking, here at the North Gate, what they call North America, being occupied by the US corporation, alrighty, we actually call the fucking shots. But you're knocked the fuck out. However, everyone else in the world knows you keep hitting the fucking snooze button every time. Oh, brother, that sounds good, but oh shit, something trying to wake me up and tell the truth, get the snooze. That's what y'all doing. I yield, bro. What you about to say?
Yeah, to add to your wisdom, I was gonna say every living thing is bound to every other living thing by cords. So when one goes within, like when you're meditating, because we're all connected, we can meet each other, within, because what we're doing is we're really going within ourselves, and going within yourself is where everyone is connected, right? So the temple that the prophet made up, remember, it was a science temple, not a dogmatic temple. It's a science and your body's dealing with bioenergetics. Okay, I'm recently learning this about bioenergetics, but it's the spirituality that we've been practicing. It's ancient. It's not nothing new. Bioenergetics is not new. It's just the scientific way of saying it, because everybody wants to make everything spooky. So the Moorish Science Temple was the physical place where we can physically meet. You already have your Moorish Science Temple, which is your body, which is the greatest laboratory where you can do your experiments at, where you can learn about yourself.
Hashtag Aldebaran. Right? That's a bullseye.
Yeah. So
hold on, one second before you read on where man will be saved. Shout out to you also, Mother Sahar L. She says peace and greetings, Brother Hasan and Brother Ara, and to everyone in the chat. Islam, mother. Go ahead, bro. I yield.
Islam, yeah. So what I was just saying, that temple, the physical structure that was built from the materials of the earth, that is just a place where we can meet physically, because you're not going inside of me. Like when I meditate, I'm going within myself. You go within yourself. You go within yourself. You know what I mean? Everybody got to do that. But for the sake of this physical aspect that we deal with, we have that temple where we can actually meet, and there could be a mutual meeting of the minds until people learn how to use their full capabilities or potential, right? As far as what they're made to be. Because obviously everything that's in place is put in place to keep you from finding the true power about yourself.
It's Islam. I yield, bro. Do your thing, man. Man will be, and you can stop once you get to more.
Yeah, man will be fully saved, redeemed, perfected by the things he suffers on the plane of flesh and on the plane of soul. When man has conquered carnal things, his garb of flesh will have then served. Now, are you going to conquer those things, or are you just going to hit the snooze button? Right? Then serve its purpose well, and it will fall, will be no more. But you gotta conquer the carnal things first.
And what we're reading from here is the 108 consular restoration questions, right? And we haven't even gotten to the questions yet, guys. What we will be doing is when we come back next Sunday, which will be part 3, we're going to read this paragraph again, starting out. Brother R is going to read, and then he'll complete that right there pertaining to chapter 1. Well, actually, bro, right before the Septuagint. Go ahead. You want to finish that one out, and then we'll start with the Septuagint next Sunday? Go ahead.
All right. Man cannot die. You can get evicted from your body, though.
Basically.
Without the Secretary of HUD.
Shout out to Marsha Fudge. Let me stop. Go ahead.
Yeah, Marsha Fudge doesn't control. It's you. You're gonna be the only reason you get evicted, right?
Islam.
Man cannot die. The spirit man is one with Allah. And while Allah lives, man cannot die. And that goes back again to the cosmos doing things. Does not the woman's womb governed by the moon cycles?
Period. No,
That's not because of what she eats.
No pun intended when I said period, but
yeah, no.
just saying.
Yo, that's hilarious. So you see, when he said Allah, you should comprehend that Allah is all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac, and it says that spirit man is one with Allah. Obviously, if the planetary movements is affecting your being, you must be connected somehow. You must be one. It's not about creating a connection with nature. It's about realizing that connection, right?
Correct, because the moon controls the menstrual cycle. I yield.
Islam. So when man has conquered every foe upon the plane of soul, the seed will have full opened out, will have unfolded in the holy breath. The garb of soul will then have served its purpose well, and man will need it nevermore, and it will pass and be no more, and man will then attain unto the blessedness of perfectness and at one with Allah. Right?
That's a Tony.
And that's not, oh, he then becomes one after he perfects. No, then he realizes the oneness. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Because the spirit is wearing the soul and the soul is wearing the physical body. Because another principled and foretold demonstration that is in nature deals with recognizing diverse consciousness and motives, can be viewed from the negative conditions caused by demo, exploitation, and war, mongering criminals, ULC, who have perfected the arts of deception. An excerpt from the Septuagint. An excerpt from the Septuagint should be helpful, and we'll get to the Septuagint on next Sunday. We'd like to thank you all. I have to go and assist and make sure my son's hair is well twisted. You know what I mean? Pretty sure his mom got started. However, I'm going to make sure I do what I do. I'm actually kind of late for that appointment, about a half an hour there or whatever, but I'm going to get them right because y'all already know when it comes to the babies, I can get that hair done. So with that being said, any other questions, comments, and or suggestions to you all? Let's see. See what we got here. Mother Sahar says, Pituitary gland is the builder of the temple. There you go. That is one of my favorite chapters, she says, for chapter 1. Regulated Moor, and that's not dogmatic. Exactly. It's not dogmatic. And Mother Sahar is laughing. Guys, we thank you all for joining us, right? We thank you all for joining us. Go and see part 1 and see how we got started. You haven't seen all of this one, go back and check out part 2. And I do know that YouTube allows you to go and rewind during a live and get ready for part 3, where we go further into Brother Taj Tarik Bey's jump drive. So you guys can see, this is what we're going over. We're going over the consular restoration questions, and we'll come back to the portion that deals with, let me just hold this down. We'll be dealing with the Septuagint. We're going to read that to see how it goes in hand with what we read there from chapter 1. And then, all these things, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 1 through 12. We're going to go into that. We're not even at the 108 consular restoration questions, which I'm just thinking, like, even me reading this, nothing says go and start a consulate. What this says, look, follow the Red House, supporting inspiration from our prophet. Look, supporting inspiration, not, the prophet was a stepping stone. Shut your dumb ass up. All right, stop it. You're an idiot. The coup d'etat of 1861, right? Look at all this preliminary laydown, right? Look at the red carpet being laid before you walk. Chapter 5, right? Looking at that from the Holy Koran, right? It's pertaining to chapter 5, pertaining to your workshop of the mind where you get worship from. Hey, foreign relations and intercourse, Title 22, United States Code, chapter 2, right? Consular courts, subsections 141 to 143. Again, only for concept correction purposes, so you guys can stand being your own judge, right? Quoting and knowing about diversity, all these different things, guys. Oh, and it said consular courts right there. Yeah, because that's for some fucking foreigner on your land. A divine warning by the prophet for the nations. Guys, look at this. Are we even at the consular restoration questions yet? Or are you getting all these things preliminary to prime your mind? Consular courts are held by consuls, one of the nation of a country, right? Of one nation or country, all right? Within the territory or jurisdiction of another nation or country. Whose land is this? This is ours. So no, this is why you have to know that this is actually, this is how I took it. I look at my mindset, and you guys look, I'm open for correction, but I doubt that I'm wrong. That how I'm looking at it is, okay, so I need to put into perspective from my mind that this is what I'm doing. I'm letting these idiots who think that we're in their land to let them know, hey, we're actually calling the court pertaining to general sessions, and we're holding you to letting it be known that you're on our ancestral estate. So you need to be asking us permission. So that's why we're saying case dismissed. No, I'm not giving some so-called judge jurisdiction over any fucking thing because they have none, right? So we're going to be going over that. Let's, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys haven't read this.
But
shit.
brother,
like, oh,
but brother, you're using their state highways. You gotta get a license. Like, actually, I'm using this freeway because this way is free, and this is upon my ancestral estate. I'm on my ancestral estate, not a state highway. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Breach of trust, exactly, because that's what that is. Divine Constitution and
breach of trust, exactly.
Point questions for all Moorish Americans. Oh, hold on. Now we're getting to it. In law, what is a writ? In law, what is an affidavit? This is what we have to know for concept corrections. Again, shout out to Brother Taj Tarik Bey and Mother Delilah Pasayel for putting this document together, guys. All righty, so that we can be able to wash our fucking selves up, so we can stop being Native American believers of bullshit. Oh, we got a delirium. Fuck your delirium, respectfully, because again, you're trying to sit here and say, I want to get from under one fiat currency and control how the fiat currency. You're still being oppressive, thinking you're doing the right thing. The only reason, again, we actually have a conduit termed a cash app is because we recognize that you guys respect our energy exchange by giving your energy exchange in that form. It's not even fucking tangible. It's a fucking digital number keeping thingy. It's nothing being exchanged but an electronic energy, you know what I mean, push and pull. That's all it is.
If the inmates in a prison dress up like the correctional officers, does that make them free?
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, people just come on, man. People just want to be idiots, man. 25
instead of deviating from the slave mentality, they want to control the slavery. Okay, well, if it's us enslaving ourselves, then it's better than them doing it to us. Like, no, why don't you just leave the slavery alone? Like, why are you trying to make slavery comforting? Well, why didn't you just stop the slavery? Like, I don't get it.
Because they don't know how to follow, you know, the directives and instructions from Prophet Noble Drew Ali, because they're too busy looking at him as a stepping stone. That's why you mothers, with you and your Boomquisha L Bay attitudes, right? What's going to keep happening to you? You're going to keep not speaking in an intelligent tone, keep getting the glass broken on your land conveyance, pulled out through the glass out the door, and you're going to wonder why shit isn't happening for you. Or you're going to have, you know, Marine sting operation baby fathers who want people to dress up in military uniform and hold flags in the middle of 95 North. Or you're going to have some idiot who wants to say, all right, got a mansion, and he's going to put on the oppressor's uniform. He's going to put on a bulletproof vest. He's going to put a shiny piece of metal on his chest. He's going to carry some type of firearm when Prophet Noble Drew Ali clearly prescribed for us to not carry as much as a penknife. I mean, the National Guard guards nationals, provided we can actually put them in order properly. These people don't act right or act a certain way. 9 times out of 10, if the public integrity section, shout out again to Mother Malika and the jurisprudence gem, right? And Randy Erickson, who is, you know, sharing that also. These people don't do what they need to do to remove these people that are belligerent trustees, breaching the trust pertaining to the common people, the sentient beings, actually, not the people that are members, that are contracted oath-taking members, right? Though that's a different kind of people. However, have these people actually go, you know what? These are the beings who we are doing this for, and they do direct us to have shit removed. actually. Hey, is that a black fez and a competent affidavit written, which is truth? And we actually see the heading on the documentation is actually what we learned in our Masonic Lodge, what to respect. Hey, guys, we can't fuck around. We need to remove this asshole, right? Yeah, that's what you do on our behalf, right? Because the National Guard guards nationals. Do we need to call upon the General Army of the Republic? Do we need to get guard? I mean, because didn't the so-called Pope stand next to Obama back in 2012? I was like, hey, this shit is over. That was that signal of them standing there together. Hey, this shit is over. Hey, here's my motu proprio. Stop fucking with these people, because if they bust your head, I'm not going to do anything about it. So yeah, when I shared to the brothers the video, like, look, out there near Orange County, somebody shot and killed a policy enforcer. And I've been told you guys it's about to come to that. Until these people learn exactly what needs to happen here, policy enforcers are going to keep getting shot in the chest or the face or wherever a brutal blow can be given. We're for peace and not destruction. I'm not advocating that happens. What I'm saying is, since you people are you're trying to keep oppressing the people, you're warring against your own loved ones. First of all, you do it by, let me apply to be a cadet for a police department. You're a fucking idiot because you are a policy enforcer for federal agency having a contract and or oath of office. Do you have that certified statement that you're going to actually do what you need to do to protect what's going on within a foreign trade zone? That's as far as your jurisdiction goes. But yet you want to take it to the freeway, right? To the easements, right? That's what you want to do. You want to take it to the ancestral estate. Let me be clear on what I'm saying. To the ancestral estate, and then force other sentient beings who are not contracted oath-taking, certification, statement-making with an autograph type of beings, and you want to make them that, like Malika said in the Jurisprudence Gem. Hey, they got on their clown suit, and so they expect everyone to be a part of the circus. Fuck you, bozo. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, I yield the floor, man. I got things to actually do. Babies, here I come. So with that being said, bro, any other questions, comments, and or suggestions? Thank you all in the chat for showing up. We appreciate you also. If you guys got any questions, comments, and or suggestions, you already know 7 Hill Star on Instagram.
I had a question.
Bay on Instagram. Go ahead. What you say, bro?
I have one last question before we yield out. Did the winter solstice actually take place, astrologically speaking?
Astrologically speaking, I can actually bring this up for you. Actually, you know what? That'd be great. I'm glad you asked that question, because I can actually show the people when it hit 0 degrees, when Capricorn. Oh, I'm not sharing that screen sharing yet. Hold on 2 seconds. Let me stop the screen share over here, because I want to actually show what you actually just asked right here. So let me do that. Hit the screen and broadcast. 3, 2th, and 1th. And there we go. So let's do this, and let's go back a few days, actually. 1, 2, 3, right? We're at 0 degrees. Let's go back a few hours, right? Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Right? We're at 0 degrees 15 minutes. We're at 0 degrees 13 minutes. We're at 0 degrees 5 minutes, 0 degrees 2 minutes, 0 degrees 0 minutes, right there in the 6th house. And it happened on December 21st, 2022, for a bit of perspective pertaining to the Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic at 1600 hours, which will be 4 p.m. 56 minutes and 3 seconds. That's when it took place, my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased. Continue your question.
It's not, bro. I just wanted, because I know people think, Christmas, because I forget until I hear somebody say something, like because I don't really pay attention to particular dates as far as celestial vibrations, alleged celestial vibrations, right, of Roman diversion, right, arriving from. But Islam, bro,
Islam. We appreciate you all. Keep it Moor says peace and love. Katrina's laughing. Regulator Moore says peace and love. Moore's peaceful strength. L. Okay, got you. Said gratitude and Islam. So, guys, this is the portion where I am my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, Brother R. While today, you guys see, I got your chat right here, projected on the wall behind me. So that's why you guys see it there, because I have the phone connected. Wanted to see what you guys say. You can see what your comments are right there behind me. We love you all. That's why we do what we do. We're not trying to offend you in any way, shape, or form. Guys, we have fun. We have fun with Moor science. Most people are lamenting. However, you ask anybody about us that seriously got to know us, we are freely giving you guys more than we actually receive. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Shout out to Brother Sean Alim, who's here also, who is also very supportive of his brothers also. Bro, you got anything you wanted to say, Brother Sean, before we go out? Brother Sean, going once.
Nah,
Brother
I'm
Sean,
good.
going
I'm good, bros. I'm good, bros. Peace to the bros, man.
Indeed, beloved brother. We love you too, Brother Sean. This is where we say namaste. Namaste, namaste. Islam, 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 y'all. Peace and love.
Some love.